Hello, I'm BX Toycat and welcome back to Seed Sunday. Seed Sunday is a weekly series I run on my channel where I show you Seed's Minecraft Console Edition, which are particularly interesting and worth checking out somewhere. And this week's Seed is definitely both those things, because even just at the area near spawn, there's already a MESA biome just over there. Over there you can see there's some MESA BRYCE biome, which is the crazy cool variant of it, which has seemed to be a lot rarer recently. And then in the distance, a Savannah Empire biome. As well as that, just behind that MESA mountain, there is an ocean monument, and there's also 3 villages on this map, 2 of which have desert temples built into the villages. I have no idea how rare all of that stuff is together, but I think the seed is amazing, and I think all of you will too. So hopefully you do enjoy this TU41 seed thing. If you do, like the video, let me know, because it helps out the channel and lets know you do like the Seed Sunday stuff. But with that said, let's get straight into it. So the most important part of any seed video, as I always say, is the seed. And the reason I say that is because without the seed, you can't really get anywhere. So yeah, if you type in Ender Girls, I assume that's the person who found the seed. Their name is probably Ender Girls. I just picture a girl wearing an Enderman cape. But yeah, Ender Girls is the seed with a capital E. If you type that in, you'll spawn just over here. I spawn on a tree, you might spawn in the water, because the spawn is actually a 20 by 20 area on console. But with that said, let's move on from the spawn to talk about what is, just around it. So, first of all, trees. You can chop them down and get wood, which, it's something that, you don't realize you miss until you spawn in so many deserts in a row. And then, we've got some plains here. So, plains spawns you horses, cows, all the things you're seeing here. Basically, food and transport if you need it, which is great that it's next to spawn, especially when next to that, in a way that doesn't usually happen. You can see how mesas and regular plains usually have to be separated by deserts, so there's just this tiny thin one here. But yeah, you got yourself a MESA biome. So the MESA biome is amazing for so many reasons. I'll try and go for it in short, but basically it's massive and contains the major types of it. So we've got regular mesa just over here. As you can see, it's nice and flat. We've got the MESA hills, which are the crazy cool things to look at, and then the even cooler things to look at is the MESA BRYCE. So yeah, there used to be glitches where this wouldn't appear for a while, and then for the last few updates, it seems like it's a lot rarer, but here is a MESA. It's looking cool, it's looking amazing, and just in case it doesn't spawn on your platform, this is Xbox One Classic world size right now, so it should work on the 360, and presumably the PS3, the Wii U, everything else, etc. So yeah, this is the MESA BRYCE found just over here. You can see it from the spawn, you don't need coordinates, but just in case you do, they are anyway. So yeah, MESA BRYCE, pretty amazing by itself. One of the cool things about this in general, again, is that it seems to have spawned next to a plains in a way it shouldn't have. It's a sunflower plains too, so if, as you can see over here, there's just a single stack, and it looks like it's a giant meter that's ooh, it goes brown and then orange and then brown and then I thought that was kind of cool. Anyway, next to the sunflower plains, which is cool because sunflowers are nice, there's a flower forest, which by the way brings you closer towards spawn again. But like I said, let's talk about some of the other cool stuff. So if we go ahead this direction, just over the mountain, which is next to spawn by the way, you can actually find a ocean monument relatively quick from spawn. So again, you have to walk all the way around the mesa, so that will slow you down. But if you walk to the edge of the MESA biome, just over here, you'll see an ocean monument. So ocean monument's pretty cool, at least in my particular spawn, because not only is it surrounded by mesa in this really bizarre place where you wouldn't normally expect one to spawn, but also if you go inside, my particular variant of this ocean monument has taken you from 2 rooms to be going in, and then there's sponges already. So if sponges are your favorite part of the ocean monument, then you can find them pretty easily. Obviously you have to still kill the guardians, so I mean really it's just nice to be able to see them though and know you can get them. Or if you're playing on peaceful, then you can just take them anywhere. So I don't know, maybe that's useful. I don't know how many people playing peaceful, but if that's you, then lucky day. Anyway, things for people that don't play on peaceful include this Savannah Empire over here. It's one of the tallest I've seen. Like I said, most of the mountains don't go anywhere close to Y128, even after the update. But here we got one at Y126. That one's even higher than this one. And the trees go above the world border, which is cool because this one's flat. But yeah, it's cool because it obviously means that, the world height is being slowly raised. And in this particular case, we got one that goes to Y135 just from a Savannah M, which is nice because these are meant to go all the way to world height on the PC. And the fact that they're getting higher and higher is good news. And after you cross this thing, preferably by going around, but you could go through or over. I don't really recommend either of those, but if you want to go through the mountain, then you'll end up at this first village here. So the first village, it's nice because, crops in the desert plus water and, I don't know, bookshelves if you want those. But more importantly, it's got the desert temple nearby. So, like I said, 2 of the 3 villages in this map have desert temples submerged next to them, and the odds on that are just mind-blowing. Just with that alone, if you ignore the MESA temple and the everything else. But yeah, let's just show you what you would get in this really random example. So, bones and rotten flesh, bones and gold, gold and saddle, and then gold and iron. So obviously, again, the loot changes from console to console, time to time, but that's a little illustration of what you might find in your desert temple. Maybe you find diamonds. Maybe you find 100 diamonds. You won't find 100 diamonds, but you can believe that if you'd like to. If you don't want to believe that, then you can definitely believe that if you go to this blacksmith at these coordinates here in the second village, then you'll find yourself 3 diamonds, iron leggings, 7 saplings, 2 regular apples, and a bit of iron. So pretty nice if you ask me. The fact that, the second village right next to the first one, again, it's like just over this little hill over here, also, actually has more loot to get, as well as the partially submerged desert temple. Again, like, they're right next to each other, they're both desert villages, and they both have submerged, I don't even know. The odds on again, it's so crazy, I could talk about that forever. Should I just talk about it all video? Just say, wow, what are the odds of this happening? I'm sure you haven't heard this before. In case you have, here's his diamond horse armor, and emeralds. Pretty rare stuff, actually. As well as that, we've got some rotten flesh and some bones, and then finally some gold. So there's actually enough gold in here to make a golden apple, so maybe there's some UHC potential right there. Or maybe just, enough to make a gold block and, I don't know, place one down and say, yeah, I conquered this thing. I don't know, whatever you want to do in your game is entirely up to you. I'm just giving you the seeds. So, in case you do want the third village, and you're like, you know what I love? Seeds without blacksmiths or without desert temples, then there's one over here. There's not much to be said here. I mean, there's bookshelves, 2 sets of them, which is nice because honestly, this is what I like to do when I'm feeling lazy and I don't want to, kill cows and stuff. If you just mine each of these bookshelves in survival, you'll get free books. So it's basically a new bookshelf, excluding the wood, which is handy if you need to make a lot of them. And given that the seed has enough places that you can probably make all the bookshelves you need ever without ever having to make books directly, which is nice if you ask me. So yeah, free villages already shown off, as well as the mesa, as well as something else. Let's show you some of the cooler details, because all of this stuff alone is amazing to me and could justify the seed. But just in case you love the small quirks, because I know a lot of people who like Seed Sunday like, random ridiculous things. At least I like the random ridiculous things. So I like to believe that people do. And one of the things I really liked here is basically the way the terrain forms with the north coast, I guess you call it here. Because here you can see, like, there's this separate island here, and half of the island is extreme hill, but it's, like, not really extreme hill at all. Like, this is the least extreme hill I've ever seen. And then connected to that least extreme hill ever, we've got ourselves, like a jungle. But it's like a really weird jungle, because you expect jungles to be massive, sprawling things that just go all the way everywhere. But in this particular case, it's just a tiny little jungle, localized, so you can get jungle wood and your melons and that sort of stuff, and then, like your cocoa beans, and then just leave the place and be done with it, which is something I really like. So, yeah, if you like your small jungle biomes, if you like your... Let's see, they're melons, by the way. I saw them for a second. There they are. They're the melons. If you like your small jungles, if you like your pretty big peaks, again, it's got like 3 Savannah Empire peaks. Also, a village well that might grow into a village one day if you nurture it every day. Then this seed has everything I think you'll like. So the last thing I wanted to show off today is the cool little points of interest. So if you like all that and you're like, okay, where should I go first? And you don't mind spoilers. If you do mind spoilers, skip to the end of the video, like 1 minute before the end. Then the first thing I'll show you is just over here. So there is, at these coordinates, if you dig down, you'll find yourself something I kind of like, which is a ravine. I was just like, why do I like that again? But yeah, the ravine is really cool because it's at Diamond Lair. I don't know why it's so low down. And it's pretty cool if you want an opportunity to explore at Diamond Lair and kind of have a big base to go from. It's covered in lava, so, be careful about that. But just in general, great opportunity to get yourself some ores. All of the ores pretty easily from below your mesa. So, yeah, I think this is a cool start to a mining base. Or it can just be your caving experience. You can go in so many different directions and find so many different things. So yeah, this is the first little point of interest for me. Just a random little ravine that's really, really low down. So yeah, dig down, or don't dig down from here, like go a few blocks to the left. I really don't recommend digging down when I give you ravine coordinates, but whatever you want to do, I guess. And then also, just over here, something else I found quite cool, because it's at the very edge of the mesa and the savannah. So yeah, the way these biomes crossed into each other is really, really weird. So look at this one more time, like, this is a desert on one side of the mountain, it's a mesa on another side, or a mesa plateau even, and on the other side, it's savannah. So you got like 3 biomes, 1 mountain, which, I don't know, something sounds a bit off about that. But yeah, if you if you then head to underneath the mountain, there's a little cave right here, and dig down from here, you'll find yourself in the rarest of the spawners. Because not only is it a skeleton spawner, which is a 1 in 4 chance of spawning, but also it's a 7x7 skeleton spawner. If you don't know, these come in 3 sizes. There's 5x5, 5x7, and 7x7. And 7x7 is the rarest of the 3. So yeah, there's space to run around and do activities and stuff. But also, there's loot. So saddles, horse armor, and cat, and a bucket. And if you like those things, then that's good. Also, there's a ravine nearby, in case you want even more ravine action. and also there's caves to explore and stuff. But that is everything for today's Seed Sunday. So, yeah, pretty nice skeleton spawner kind of hidden away. There's obviously lots of other things, but this is just the stuff I found in about a few hours of playing around there, and I really did quite enjoy this seed, and I thought, yeah, this is like the next level of different stuff, because honestly, the last lot of seeds, I've been really looking for that, like 15 village stream or 10 village stream or whatever it is, and I just haven't been able to find it. I've been finding lots of seeds that are like set up for that, like non-stop Savannah, and I really like that this seed is just so varied, like Savannah M, for instance, followed by Mesa Plateau, that little jungle, the crazy peaks. I really like it, and if you are looking for some variety too, then this seed's got it for you. If you're not looking for variety and you want that 10 village stream, I am still looking. A lot of people sent me an 11 village seed. The popular one that a lot of people have been showing me doesn't actually have 11 villages, it has 8. I think there was a mistake in a video showing it off, and yeah, I'm still 9 villages, as I understand it, is still the record. Still looking for the 10. If you want to look, you can. It's gonna take a lot of time, but I think we'll do it one day. I think that's like the long-term dream, and I'll update you as soon as it happens. But anyway, for now, this has been Seed Sunday. You have been someone watching a video on the internet. I've been Toycat, and this is an outro, I guess. So goodbye.